Attention, Cowboys fans! Breaking news just hit, and it's sending shockwaves through the NFL. Our star player is down, and the team's future hangs in the balance. The Cowboys commander just dropped a bombshell statement that's left everyone stunned. You won't believe what's happening to our Super Bowl dreams. Stay tuned, because this urgent update is about to change everything you thought you knew about our season. Cowboys Nation, brace yourselves, this is big. Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We've got some urgent and, unfortunately, sad news to discuss today. The Cowboys commander has just dropped a bombshell statement about one of our biggest stars, and it's not looking good, folks. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're bringing you the hottest Cowboys news as it happens, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on what's coming next. All right, let's get down to business. Earlier today, the Cowboys' top brass held an emergency press conference that caught everyone off guard. The air was thick with tension as we all waited to hear what was going on. And then, boom! The news dropped like a ton of bricks. The heart and soul of our offense has suffered a major injury during a routine practice session. I know, it feels like a punch to the gut. We're all in shock here, trying to process what this means for our season. The team's commander, looking visibly shaken, stepped up to the mic and delivered the news we were all dreading to hear. Player name has sustained a specific injury that could potentially sideline him for a significant portion of the season. The commander's voice was heavy with emotion as he described the moment it happened. Picture this: it was a standard practice drill, nothing out of the ordinary. Player name was running routes, making those lightning-quick cuts we've all come to love and expect from him. But then, in a split second, everything changed. He planted his foot to make a sharp turn, and that's when disaster struck. You could hear a pin drop in that practice facility as our star went down. The medical team rushed onto the field faster than a blitzing linebacker. They huddled around. You could see the concern etched on their faces. The commander described the agonizing moments as they waited for the initial assessment. The entire team gathered around, holding their breath, hoping against hope that it wasn't as bad as it looked. But sometimes, hope isn't enough. The commander's voice cracked as he revealed the extent of the injury. It's not just a sprain or a minor setback. We're talking about a potential season ender here, folks. The kind of injury that can change the course of a team's destiny. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could this happen? Why now, when we were on such a roll? Trust me, Cowboys Nation, I'm right there with you. It feels like the football gods are testing us, throwing every obstacle they can in our path to glory. But here's the thing, this is where we show what we're made of. The commander emphasized that while this is a massive blow to the team, it's not the end of our season. He spoke about the depth of our roster, the resilience of our players, and the unwavering spirit of the Cowboys. Let's break down what this means for us going forward. First and foremost, we're looking at a major reshuffling of our offensive strategy. Player name has been the cornerstone of our attack, the guy defenses stay up at night worrying about. His ability to specific skills has been crucial to our success. Losing him means we'll need to get creative, find new ways to move the chains and put points on the board. The commander didn't shy away from acknowledging the challenge ahead. He admitted that replacing player name's production won't be easy. But he also spoke with a fire in his eyes about the opportunities this presents for other players to step up. He mentioned backup player name as someone who's been waiting in the wings, hungry for a chance to prove himself. Now, let's talk about the timeline. The medical team is still conducting further tests, but the initial prognosis isn't great. We're looking at a recovery period of months at the very least. That puts player names return somewhere around future date if everything goes perfectly. But here's where it gets tricky. The commander was careful not to make any promises. He stressed that with an injury of this magnitude, rushing back too soon could lead to even more problems down the line. They're going to take it day by day, week by week, making sure player name is 100% before even thinking about putting him back on the field. This is where you, Cowboys Nation, come into play. The commander made an impassioned plea for fan support. He talked about how the energy we bring to a T&T stadium, the way we rally behind our boys in good times and bad, can make all the difference. He wants us to show up louder than ever, to let player name and the rest of the team know that we've got their backs. Now, I've been covering the Cowboys for years, and I've got to say, I've never seen the commander this emotional. You could tell this wasn't just about losing a star player, it was about the human side of the game. He spoke about player name's character, his leadership in the locker room, and the inspiration he provides to his teammates and fans alike. The commander shared a touching moment from right after the injury occurred. He said, player name, despite being in obvious pain, was more concerned about letting his teammates down than his own well-being. That's the kind of heart and dedication we're talking about here, folks. It's why we love this team, why we bleed blue and silver. But let's not sugarcoat it. This is a major setback. Our Super Bowl aspirations just took a significant hit. The odds makers in Vegas are probably scrambling to adjust their numbers as we speak. But you know what? That's fine. Let them doubt us. Let them write us off. Because if there's one thing I know about this team, it's that we thrive as underdogs. The commander ended his statement with a rallying cry that gave me goosebumps. He looked straight into the cameras and said, "This isn't the end of our story. It's just the beginning of our comeback." And you know what? I believe him. So what's next for the Cowboys? Well, the commander announced that they'll be holding open tryouts for free agents in the coming days. They're leaving no stone unturned in their quest to fill the void left by player name's absence. He also hinted at some potential trades in the works, though he kept the details close to the vest. He'll be starting his rehabilitation process immediately. The team is flying in some of the top specialists in the country to oversee his recovery. The commander assured us that no expense will be spared in getting our star back on his feet. In the meantime, we've got a season to play. The commander emphasized that while this is a huge loss, it's also an opportunity for growth. He challenged every player on the roster to elevate their game, to find that extra gear we all know they have. Now, I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. How do you think this injury will impact our season? Who do you want to see step up in player name's absence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. Remember, tough times don't last, but tough teams do. And there's no tougher team in the NFL than our Dallas Cowboys. We've faced adversity before, and we've always come out stronger on the other side.